By Stidham. Now he comes up under center. He'll hand it off to, no, he'll give now. This is Anthony Schwartz, the speedy freshman.
Speed where they go. This to me is maybe not the full lightning speed tonight.
Time to throw for Stidham. He's taking a deep shot. He's got him open. There's the speedster, Anthony Schwartz, and the freshman has the touchdown.
This is his first play in the game, at least that we've seen, running a deep route and had to give him a shot.
Anthony Schwartz has a touchdown catch tonight, bounces off one tackler, and then that's Hastings who came in motion. They reverse it. This Schwartz who already has a touchdown tonight. He may have another. Indeed, he does. Freshman Anthony Schwartz, 23-yard touchdown.
Here comes a blitz again from Devin White. They pick it up again, and Stidham goes the other way for the first down to Anthony Schwartz.
Foundation.org to learn more about Extra Yard for Teachers Week. See how you can get involved. To the perimeter, and a chance for a big play for Schwartz. Elite speed, and he carries it inside the 20. 42-yard dash for Anthony Schwartz.
From a personnel standpoint.
Stidham checks down to Schwartz. Schwartz has a first down.
Little speed sweep coming around the edge. Schwartz turns the corner. Touchdown, Auburn.
Ryan Davis exactly what he needs. And the tunnel screen for a big first down.
On the handoff, this is Schwartz, the speedster, on his first touch of the ball game.
With that sense of urgency early.
First play, they'll come near side, little sweep. And they'll get it in the hands of the freshman Anthony Schwartz, the man they call Flash. Little reverse. Here comes Schwartz, has a couple of blockers, cuts it back to the 5. He is stuffed at the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal, Tigers. Stidham 9 out of 14, 106 yards, and those 2 picks. Bringing some heat. Stidham will stand in the pocket, throws a bullet on a comeback route. Schwartz, he's a track star, one of the fastest in the world. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Auburn. "76 yards, and once he turned the corner, bye-bye."
That is speed on speed on speed. You're talking about Theo Jackson had the angle, and he just outrun, throwing it over. They got to get back to that consistency part of their offense.
Here's Schwartz trying to get some space to use that speed. Oh, and he is caught. Somebody got him by the shoestrings around the 30. And again, Stidham stands in there. Nothing downfield. Will swing it out to Schwartz, who gets it to midfield. He'll be shy.
And I'll watch that race. Right on cue. Here's Schwartz. To the edge, towards the pylon, and out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Third down for Stidham. Whitlow, a lot of space for Boobie Whitlow. Trying to turn on the Jets, still on his feet. He lost the football. It's recovered in the end zone by Anthony Schwartz. It's a touchdown for the Tigers.
He said it's the playmaking in the passing game. That by far has been the biggest deficiency.
Trick play. End around run. Anthony Schwartz lost the football, but out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
Rush for just 23 yards, but the good news is that's 2 yards more than they had the entire game against Texas A&M last week. Actually 4 yards more than they had. On target, Stidham, and Anthony Schwartz, the speedy freshman, held on.
Little razzle-dazzle for Auburn. Schwartz can fly, gets to the outside, and he is Out of bounds at the 20.
Unfortunately, Auburn is just bigger, faster, stronger than most of their players.
Schwartz down at the 25.
That's Schwartz in motion. He's going to get the carry. Blocker in front is Cox, and Schwartz is in for the touchdown.
It was the running game, and then it was Gus being Gus. Gus ball is what you've seen right here. Give them different formation.
That is Schwartz in motion. He gets it on the pop pass. Schwartz turns on the afterburners and pushed out of bounds after a nice pickup. Stidham now comes under center. This is Schwartz. There you see that elite track speed. This is a young man who holds the junior world record in the 100-meter dash. Schwartz got a great block by Cox, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. A lot of returning power on that unit. Wide open Schwartz. And Schwartz brought down inside the Purdue 35 by Thieneman.
There's nowhere for him to throw that football.
Next, standing in the pocket, completes near side. Anthony Schwartz, first catch of the season for the speedster out of Florida.
And he's got a cast on his hand, still managing to catch the football.
And 3. Nix. Whitlow into round. Here's Schwartz, the speedy Schwartz across the 50. Here goes Schwartz inside the 20, and it is touchdown, Tigers. 57 yards for Anthony Schwartz.
Gus Malzahn talked about Anthony Schwartz as being the fastest guy he's ever coached. He said light year fast.
Malik Miller in the backfield. Already 4 different running backs. Here's a shovel toss, and it is Schwartz on 1st and 10. And here goes Schwartz again. 1st and goal, Auburn. Behind the center. Nix takes it 2nd and 9. And now completes to the edge. That's Schwartz who has it. He has a 1st down. Schwartz is wrestled out of bounds. 1st and goal, Auburn.
Mississippi State knew this sort of thing was coming. They looked like they lined up well. Here's Schwartz, fastest player in the country, and a touchdown. He scores for the 2nd week in a row. A dominant start by the Auburn Tigers. Whitlow played some quarterback as well in high school. They give it to Schwartz. Anthony Schwartz has the 1st down.
Spotted, ready for play.
The blitz again, coming from deep, and they don't get there, and it's Schwartz behind the defense for a touchdown. Or did they spot him out at the 3-yard line?
They couldn't afford the kind of start that they had either. I mean, he mentioned spotting him 21, but they just couldn't get out of their own way to start the football game.
Yeah, that was a big part of the 21-point deficit. There's Anthony Schwartz.
Got a 2nd and 7 here. Martin, the fake to him, across the middle, it's Schwartz again. 1st and goal, Tigers inside the 5.
This throw generates a turnover for Auburn. 2nd pick of the year.
Some trickeration with Schwartz on the end around. 1st down into Razorbacks territory, flying down the sideline.
Turn the football over and give up yet another big offensive play.
Nix. End zone again. Schwartz got it. Man alive, how fast can you go, Auburn Tigers?
Sal Cannella, they tried to get him the football a couple of times here this afternoon.
Looking that way and throwing to Schwartz.
Nix lobs it over the middle, completes it to Schwartz. Schwartz, the fastest guy in football, is out to the 40. No timeouts remaining for Auburn. Nix throws calmly over to the middle to Schwartz. Schwartz trying to get to the edge, run out of bounds by Queen, but he did get a first down.
Coach back to calling the plays this year after a couple of seasons of letting the offensive coordinator do that. Nix trying to air it out deep. Schwartz behind the defense, and he makes the catch for a huge gain to the Ole Miss 35-yard line at double coverage. But Gus Malzahn says he's the fastest football player I've ever seen, a world-class sprinter.
Number 18.
They blitz off the corner. It's a quick throw to Anthony Schwartz, and he has the first down.
3rd and 9. Nix fires complete to Schwartz, and it's good for a first down. From the 28, Bo Nix fires complete. Schwartz. They wrap him up, but he gets 9 yards.
As a ball carrier.
Schwartz on the jet sweep. First down for the Auburn Tigers.
4th down attempts, one they converted, the other they got a defensive pass interference.
And he's Schwartz on the little tunnel.
Empty backfield. Nix, his first throw, lobs it over the middle to Schwartz. Schwartz has tremendous speed. He lost the football. Big scramble at the sideline. I think Auburn got back on top of it.
I expect next season that his completion percentage will jump up from 57% to around 65%.
Once again, it goes for Schwartz. That's hurries and pressures and quarterback knockdowns. Anything that hustles up the quarterback. This is a wide open man. Schwartz across the 35 for an Auburn first down.
Big 89 J.J. Pegues in at tight end. They go behind him. He's out to block at 300 pounds, and he rings Anthony Schwartz.
To start going through, and that's kind of that next step for both here.
You get the ball to Schwartz in the flat. He's got a running start, and he flashes the speed briefly.
He is capable, obviously. This offense is capable of doing a lot more.
Schwartz has a blocker on the edge. Makes a nice move, and Auburn in a couple of plays has moved out near midfield. On first down, play action. Nix thought about downfield, stepped up, and now has to fire it across the middle. Schwartz is absolutely wide open. That's his biggest catch of the night into Georgia territory.
2nd and 8. He throws to Schwartz, and Schwartz, even though that ball was thrown behind him.
Delta is scheduled to kick at 7:40 Eastern right here on ESPN.
So that's up next after this one. Anthony Schwartz with a nice catch.
Their last possessions, they've got the momentum on their side.
2nd and 11. Nix has a wide open Schwartz.
The pass complete to number 1, Anthony Schwartz.
Not a comfort zone. Can Bo Nix, if he gets pressure, escape the pocket?
They're in Carlson territory, but they want to keep the drive going. 3rd and 6. Nix flushed out. And it's caught inside the 20-yard line by Schwartz.
Well, he got the pressure, and he ends up having to flush deeper. And Schwartz,
as he is 6 for 6 passing, but it's 3rd and 10. And he throws a quick one to Schwartz. Schwartz has got daylight inside the 5. Touchdown, Auburn.
The next pass complete to number 1, Anthony Schwartz for the Auburn touchdown. The pass play covered 17 yards.
He's got a banged up knee and he's got hurt ribs. 32 yards there. Now Nix throws it ahead to Schwartz. Wow.
Auburn backed up. Nix from his end zone, rolling to his left and able to dump it off to Schwartz. And the speedster gets all the way to the 25-yard line, so great play there. 2nd down and 7 for Auburn. Nix to the air. And Schwartz going down to make a first down catch. Catches today. Nix to throw on first down. Long pass toward the sideline. A diving catch is made.
Nix to the outside. There's Schwartz, and it goes out of bounds.
Nix looks left the whole way and goes that way and throws a strike to the 49-yard line to Anthony Schwartz. 28-yard line, Schwartz in motion, first down, and the throw is out to Schwartz. Schwartz, great speed, if they can get a blocker for him. They do, he's down to the 5.
Against this LSU defense, they just have not been able to show the stops.
And they're looking more, and Nix going deep. Got a man out there. Schwartz, nobody can catch him. Forget about it. Touchdown, Auburn, 81 yards. Excuse me, 91 yards.
Really good teams, great with the eye test, but the resume is just not there.
Here's Bo Nix on first down. Downfield, wide open, Schwartz. Put it on the board. Flash, Schwartz. Flash for a reason. One of the fastest players in all of college football. The light show is underway.
Nearing the 50, might try to take a chance, throw it down the field.
Nix looking for Schwartz, and he gets him. And Schwartz, all it takes is a couple.
Watch that slant at the top. They've run it a few times. This time they got Williams on the backside.
3rd and 5. And he'll have the first down to Schwartz.
Le'Veon Capers in as an extra receiver. They're all bunched to the top of the screen. An empty backfield for Bo Nix. On 3rd and 10. Nix over the middle. Got it complete to Schwartz. The acting head coach today here in the 85th Iron Bowl. First down, Auburn. Quick throw out to Schwartz. They're trying to get it in his hands. He wants to keep it in his hands. McGee's, the big fella, shifts over. Schwartz in motion. They flip it out to Schwartz. Trying to get him on the edge with great speed. They do. He got to midfield. And then got shoved all the way to the Gatorade buckets over there by Josh Jobe. He leads the country in rushing touchdowns with 16. Doesn't have one today. There's a nice throw to Schwartz again.
Big play.
22-yard play. He flips it to the speedy Schwartz. World-class sprinter. And he's all the way down inside the Aggie 30.
So we get the protection right. We know everything pre-snap. Then we have an advantage. But if you're not prepared for the protection, then you're behind the 8 ball to start. Here's Schwartz, and he bursts through to midfield.